Ever wonder what's really behind the headlines? Or why certain theories just won't go away? Dive into the world of the No Name Podcast, your go-to podcast for unraveling the mysteries of conspiracies, politics, and everyday life. Each week, we blend our opinions, analysis, with some storytelling to uncover the hidden layers of our world. From the latest political intrigue to the most fascinating conspiracy theories, we bring you a balanced dose of skepticism and insight. Whether you're a seasoned critical thinker or just curious about the whispers that swirl around us, we offer a space where your questions are welcome, and your mind can wander freely. Tune in, spark your curiosity, and let's embark on this journey of discovery together. The No Name Podcast, where every episode is a new chance to think critically and see the world through a different lens. Don't miss out. Subscribe today and join the conversation.
What's up, everybody? It's Dustin. Welcome to the No Name Podcast. Got Trey over here.
Yeah, it's Trey in the house.
Hey, this is Jeremy.
All right. So today, what I really want to get in on is another thing that I'm really passionate about. I want to talk about some extraterrestrials.
You are so excited.
I am so excited.
You hit the lottery.
Maybe we can start talking about the one world government of the aliens.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Oh, you just with him.
There
That's
it
heaven. That is heaven.
He's dancing. He's dancing.
There you know. They know about all of it. So, I wanted to get you guys, just to start off with it, I wanted to get you guys' opinion on, Area 51. All right, I know that's probably the most popular place. Whenever people start talking about aliens and the government and all that, they always jump to Area 51.
Well, man, you should have told me. I would have had my daughter down here so she could tell us what she learned in school about Area 51, which is it's just a tourist place.
I still remember what she told me and you that day. She says, oh, yeah, my teachers told me Area 51 is not a real place. It's just kind of like a tourist place.
It's a tourist attraction.
For one, it is a real place.
Then why do they have snipers?
And you will not be going on tour at Area 51. You can't get within miles.
Hey, what was that, 2020? Everybody started storming.
They said they wanted to.
Oh my
They were
gosh,
going to.
They wanted to.
Yeah, how far did they get?
I wish they would have.
They didn't do it. They punked
ended up
out.
chickening out.
Yeah, they punked out.
I wish they would have done it, though. I think that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We would have found out.
We would have found out. I'm telling you.
We would have lost some great people in the process.
Those people out there are crazy.
Yeah.
Found out anything. Just like we didn't even hear about Wyoming on fire. Anyway.
Hey, you can't report on stuff like that.
Yeah. But Area 51 to me, that's just the most popular because I think it was designed to be the most popular. I think they wanted you to know somewhat about Area 51, where that's all the attention goes to, but nobody talks about deep underground military bases.
Or the Black Pyramid in Alaska.
Yeah, I have no idea about that. You got to tell me about that.
Oh, what's that?
Well, there's apparently there's like a door or a cave in Antarctica that actually goes to a deep underground military base where they house the spaceships and aliens and stuff. So
I think that's probably where the elite.
That's probably where the home.
Could be.
That's probably where the home base is for all the alien experiment stuff.
We really should do an episode on Antarctica.
We really should. There's so many questions about Antarctica.
A lot of questions about Antarctica.
Let's do an episode about Antarctica.
I don't know about that. We might get killed out there.
We'll probably freeze to death.
I ain't built for Antarctica.
I'm built for it. I'm still fat.
I'm not. I'm definitely not.
But no, let's talk about
okay. Area 51.
Area 51, deep underground military bases. Because from my understanding, based off of what I've read and researched too, now this is just speculation, okay? But speculation has it that a deep underground military base is actually under every state. Yeah, hear me out on this. This theory that I heard from somebody else says there's actually a military base underground in every state, and there's tunnels under the ground where they can actually go from this base to this base without having to come above ground. So
I've heard about those coming from Mexico under the border, but I haven't heard that from military base to military base.
I mean, but think about it. Okay, think about this. That sounds crazy, right?
No.
But there's catacombs. They know there's catacombs in what, France or Paris?
Yeah, France.
Okay. We know that there was Underground Railroad, right?
Well, that was an underground road. It was like more of a path.
Well, you know what I mean, though. They call it the Underground Railroad.
But you're saying they secret ways to get to places.
That's what I'm saying.
I got you. I'm with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we know all this kind of stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me that they would have the technology or they would have the means and the resources to do this.
Okay, here's my thing. Area 51 is a thing.
Yep.
I'm kind of on board with you. I don't think that they have aliens there. That might have been like the original
I don't think so.
point, and they moved it when people got too popular.
Yeah.
Now, I do believe there are some underground bases where they're doing and testing bombs, testing whatever. Now, could they be working with aliens as well? I mean, at this point, probably. But I tend to believe that Area 51 is a joke now.
Yeah, it is. It is. They're still housing something there, and they're still doing some kind of experiments there because they will not let people there.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think that they just keep Area 51. I think my daughter's school is actually right on the money. It's more of a tourist attraction where tourists aren't allowed.
Yeah.
But that's where they keep the focus on so that you don't try to research other things or learn about other places where stuff actually happens.
Right.
And given the fact that if it's possible, the people, us, rise up and decide to overtake Area 51, there will be nothing found. I would put money on that nothing happens at Area 51 because that is the one that they try to keep. They have it out in the open and they try to keep it secret so that it keeps you wondering what's going on there when actually nothing is going on there.
No, I think there's actually more going on in the Pentagon than there is Area 51.
Absolutely. I mean, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. But I honestly think nothing is going on at Area 51. I think all those guys are just getting paid to sit there and look pretty.
Can I push back a little bit?
Please.
Absolutely.
What if Area 51? Because I tend to believe, I'm with y'all, that it doesn't exist anymore. But what if it does? And that's what the top part is what they want to see, but they have an underground base on it that's really secure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So think about it. If we were to rush it, and we wouldn't find anything.
This is underground. Yeah.
So I would do that too. Like I would say, and show y'all, because I don't think you can fly over it or nothing, right?
No,
you can't. No,
you can't. You can't even put a drone over there. Nothing.
No,
I'm sure somebody has tried to put a drone. It
gets shot down. I'm sure. If you put a drone over there, you're definitely getting taken out.
There is a recording you can watch where a guy did try to go to Area 51, and when he got within like 3 or 4 or 5 miles of it, and he gets approached then and was like, "What are you doing out here?"
By like Rangers?
Yeah, dudes with ARs.
He didn't even see him. Did he see him coming? Or they
just drove up on him. Yeah, like they came. I think they come over a hill, like a dune or something.
I think the closest you get to Area 51 is Independence Day.
They ask him, "Who are you? What are you doing out here?" And they tell him, "You leave and you leave now." And he starts to say something, and they get aggressive.
What if I say I'm lost and I need a ride?
They know you're lying. You ain't lost out in Area 51. They don't care, really. Just get the hell out of here.
They're just getting a paycheck because there's nothing there.
Can y'all drop me off? That's what I'm saying. Like, what if I'm legitimately lost and I just happen to stumble upon?
Yeah, because the government always takes care of its people.
You know it. Pots and birds for everyone.
All right, so let's talk about underground military bases. Then the kind of experiments they could be doing.
Hydro bombs.
Okay.
Creating Independence Day type technology. Ships could be working with aliens to develop this technology. And so this, question then. Because I think of aliens in a very American naturalized type of way, I think. I tend to think of aliens as only messing with Americans.
Yeah, no.
I know they don't. I know. But I've never heard any other country say.
True. We don't ever hear.
Have you ever heard somebody from it? I've never even talked to somebody else from another country about aliens.
Well, I don't ever talk to anybody from another country.
Well, we need to really get your.
Yeah, I need to get out there. More.
Do they talk about this stuff in like China or Russia? Do they talk about aliens?
I'm sure
they do.
I'm sure they do.
Well, China may not. It may be restrictive conversations, but.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of Chinese people after all, they're coming over the border just as much now.
So I would think that they do, because think about it. Egypt, the ancient writings and the ancient texts of Egypt and all that, they have stories.
But I'm saying, like, do they have data, like how in America we have, like us, this podcast?
Right. I know what you're saying.
I don't.
Well, there's definitely no Chinese podcast coming out of China about this. I'll tell you that. Because as much crap as we talk about here about, us being censored and everything else, They got us beat right now.
Yeah,
We-
at least
Notice
they're-
I say right now.
but they're just
So-
open. They're just open with it.
Exactly.
Question 2, because I know in the last episode we did the rapid fires, and I asked, like, do you think the technology we got it from somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that bomber? The stealth bomber, the black one. It's really cool looking, but it looks like it's real thinnish.
You talking,
I know what you're
you talking about the plane?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
plane.
Oh, okay. I'm not 100.
I don't remember what it's called, but yeah.
Like that was back. They had that back in 19 like 70s or something like that. But then people would see it and they think it was a UFO.
Yeah.
They'd never seen anything like it, and that's how old that plane is.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I tend to think that they was testing that plane years and before, or like when they was testing the nuclear bombs. They just it was a training exercise.
Yep.
So
It's always the training exercise.
So I do think it's
I think what I'm leaning toward in my question is, do you think they got that technology to create that plane from somewhere else?
yeah. I don't think we that creative.
So what, you think that's more of like an alien
Yeah.
kind of situation?
Well, I'm saying this because I know we had a conversation about Bob Lazar off recording off the mic, but because we do have our questions about him and everything on his legitimacy and everything, but he's not the only whistleblower that came out and said, "Hey, I worked here. I saw this. This is what this stuff looked like. This is what we discovered and we were working on. We were trying to figure out what this stuff is." He's not the first one and the only one to do that.
yeah.
Are all of them lying? Like, no. So where'd it come from? That's been my question for a long time, is the technology that we have, all this advanced technology that we have, I don't think we're the first ones to discover it from them either.
Do you think aliens can stop time?
I don't really know what aliens can and can't do. I don't really know what I think aliens can
I mean,
and can't
stop
do.
time, like literally freeze everybody, or just freeze the clock?
Freeze everybody.
I don't know. I mean, I really have no opinion on
I'm
that.
gonna see y'all this documentary. It's a documentary about all these people that experience aliens, right? And normally when you hear about somebody getting abducted or anything, they are by themselves or maybe one other person, right? On this documentary, they said over 50 kids saw the same thing,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and they still dismiss it. And then these they grown now, and they said this happened to us. We can show you why. Now that alien description is always weird to me, because we don't get, to your point, we don't get the same type of alien.
Yeah.
It's always either they look like the Martian, you know what I mean, or some people say they look like regular folks.
Well, I sent you guys a link earlier today too. There was a guy who came out and he says that there are several different species of aliens. There's one where they look like Scandinavians, where they're blonde. They look very, very humanish. I mean, very humanish. There's another one where they're shorter, grays. There's another one where they're taller, grays.
How do they know this?
Because he worked. He claims he worked, just like Bob Lazar claimed he worked in part of the government, and saw firsthand these. And he claims that he was there. He saw it firsthand.
Well, I have what might be an ignorant question.
Yeah.
So just humor me. But, and I've said before, because we've talked about it a little bit, if aliens are smarter than the human race, which I think we all agreed probably the case.
Yes.
Do you agree with the people who say that they've been abducted by the aliens and probed for all this stuff? Like, why would they do that if they're a smarter life form than us? Like, that would literally be me trying to dissect an ant and figure out why it does what it does. Or like try to somehow receive some sort of intelligence. Like, I'm selfish enough to think I'm smarter than an ant. So why would I have any reason other than to just step on it and kill it?
Well, maybe they're smarter than we are on a mathematical standpoint, on a scientific standpoint, and things like that. But maybe they're not smarter than we are on a moral standpoint or human emotional standpoint. Maybe they want to study us on that aspect of it.
You just blew
It's
my
just-
mind.
That's just like with
honestly.
that's just like
I
with
never thought
us.
about it.
That's just like with us. We're smart on that kind of level, but we don't know how. So that's why we have all this interest in trying to get to space, trying to learn all this information about these other planets. Maybe they have all that information. They don't have the information we have on this.
That's fair, because I literally have thought about that before. Like, if they're so much smarter than us, why would they have any use to dissect us? or to get in our heads. I mean, an emotional aspect maybe. So we're saying that aliens are more like per se a robot, or AI. They're super smart, but they have zero empathy or something.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Or they're nobody ever says that when they get abducted they came back in one piece. How do you know? How do you know they didn't take your kidney?
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe.
but
They could be harvesting organs.
what about this thought of
Okay, well that brings up another question: are aliens? Do they have a 70-year lifespan? Do they have a infinity lifespan? Like, are they like us? Are they, from that aspect, do they have organs? Do they have what's the lifespan? Do y'all have any theories on that?
I mean, I would think that they probably live a lot longer than we do. Kind of like you would you remember the ancients in the Bible?
Yeah.
They would live to be super
Thousands,
old,
yeah.
thousands of years old. Maybe they do.
That was
Maybe they
before
don't.
Bill Gates got a hold of their food.
Right. I would say they may lean more toward that, but what I was going to say too is this question: do you think at some point they had a better relationship with humans than they do now? Okay, because I think humankind has gotten more and more and more evil over time. We've gotten more and more morally evil and just straight away from God, and in a sense. Do you think that they had a better relationship with us, humankind, at one time, and that's why you see these other, like the Egyptians and the technology that they did have? Because I think that they were more advanced than they should have been. When you look at how the pyramids were built,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't have the technology to build those. Or
So are you trying to say that back in the day they had the kind aliens, we may be getting the bad ones?
no, I'm saying maybe the relationship with aliens soured at one point, so they stopped helping at one point of teaching humans certain things. So I don't know, bro. I'm just throwing this out there.
No,
Like,
it could. I'm not knocking it because I don't
Yeah.
know. Shoot,
Yeah.
for all we know, it could have been some kind of humanity alien fight that we just not aware of, and they
Yeah.
just like, hey, we're gonna try to jack you off
I mean,
this technology.
look at the Mayans.
Right.
I mean, look at the Mayans.
Right.
So I don't know. I think they could have been taught these things by them, or
What about the
shown-
pyramids and stuff?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure.
shown certain things
I mean,
by
maybe
them.
the pyramids were a gift.
And then over time they were like, you're using these things for the wrong purpose, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe we got
you're-
spoiled by the aliens.
You're putting in your pharaohs when you're supposed to be using this for energy.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
I think aliens are weird because we know they exist, but one thing my problem with aliens, no one, the people who need to see them don't never see them. It's the people who are not believable 9 times out of 10 who see them.
Yeah.
So it's normally the people who, like on Independence Day, it was the dad who was drunk and
Yeah.
couldn't keep a job, and he's the one who gets abducted. Like, yeah, whatever, guy. It's never like Bill Gates.
Yeah.
It's never like, it's never like somebody from the news that's very popular. Like
I wouldn't trust it if Bill Gates got abducted.
So here's where it kind of turns to another theory of what could be, how they acquired the technology. I'm talking about we acquired our technology because we had said we think that they have gotten this technology from them. Maybe they took it. It wasn't given. They took it.
we stole from the aliens.
I'm saying maybe. I don't know. So maybe we don't have a good relationship with them to where, who's to say all this stuff that's going on now? Maybe we are 100% wrong with saying, okay, it's the New World Order doing all this. Maybe it's them.
You ever heard of the reptile people?
Yes.
What if it's them?
Well, I think Bill Gates is one if they exist. I think Bill Gates is one if they exist. I'm just saying, evil. Yeah, I don't know.
I do feel like it's an underbelly of society that
Yeah, I mean, you look at
controlling something that we're doing.
Let's look at. I keep going back to the Egyptians, and I keep going back to this type of stuff. But if you look at their drawings of what's the one that's got the dog head and not the Sphinx, but you know what I'm talking about. They have other drawings of they got this cat or dog looking head,
They're trying
and
to
human body. Yeah,
hieroglyphics.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm.
I mean, maybe that was a relationship they had with them.
I don't know.
I'm just saying ancient aliens. I think they've been here for a really, really long time. And that's where a lot of the technology came from. And maybe at some point they took the technology from them and now we have a bad relationship with them.
I would agree. So in ancient, you said ancient aliens. So that's that's a TV show on the History Channel.
Yeah.
And in the Bible, they was kind of making the correlation that God is a head alien. And some of the stuff I was telling you that I heard this guy that made me go watch some of the stuff they were saying. And the crazy thing in that is he was saying, like in the story of Abraham, that it was a bad alien who told him to go kill his son.
Yeah.
So Abraham, seeing that these are the same alien species, took it as this is what they want me to do. But then the other, the head good angel came back and saw him about to do it, and then stopped it and put had a ram in the bush and they sacrificed that to him. If you look at some of the stories, they do seem like, think about Lot and his wife, Lot's wife. The city gets destroyed from the sky.
Yeah.
I'm
saying, and because if you look at some of the aircrafts that we have now, and you hear some of the sightings of what UFOs look like, this and that, then you hear some of these whistleblowers come out and say the material that these aircrafts are made from is not the material that we have here. We can't create that. We don't have that technology to create that. Where did it come from then? So that's why I keep saying, I think we've stolen a lot of their technology and we use it now, but I don't have any proof to back that up.
We've stolen the technology or it was given to us?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, he's saying he's putting both on the table.
Yeah, I'm putting both on the table. I think maybe at one time it was freely given. It was given to us because for whatever reason, maybe that relationship soured, you know what I mean? But maybe they didn't give it to us. Maybe we took it. Maybe we took it the whole time.
What do you think the timeline is?
From what? From whenever they first came here?
Well, like the time that the relationship would have soured, I
think it would have soured whenever they were doing it with the Egyptians.
Okay.
I think it would have soured then.
Why they just didn't attack us after we took their technology?
Yeah, see, I don't know.
See, that's what I would have did. Maybe that's what they did to the mines and they destroyed the mines.
For all we know, there could have been some kind of an agreement lined up. We're saying,
I give you so many kids a year.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
800,000 kids go missing a year. So,
is that real?
Yeah, that's a real number. It's broken out. Most of them are family abductions, but nevertheless.
Yeah.
Who's to say that the powers that be here in the world, this one world government, didn't have a meeting with them and say, we're going to destroy it. What do we have to do to keep you from destroying us?
I gotta it's just, I don't, maybe I'm processing slow. So this goes back to, if they're so much smarter than us, why would they want our kids?
I don't know, man.
What do you think?
Is to slow down our production, or let's say, maybe they're raising those kids in their system. Like, what's that movie with Nick Cage? Oh man, what's the name of that movie with Nicolas Cage? And this end of the world's about to happen, and this is how I think the world's gonna happen. A solar flare is about to heat the earth or whatever from the sun, and the aliens come down. It's like a Noah Ark story, and the aliens come down and they get one girl and one guy. They get two of every animal, and they take them to another planet. So I tend to think of it like that.
Interesting.
I could go back to what I was saying earlier with the moral thing. Maybe they're not. They want to experiment on us to get to know us. They're smarter than we are on a mathematical science standpoint, not the moral standpoint. But what if they want to create a whole new form of life?
What if they can't? What if they can't procreate? What if they can't?
Maybe they can't. Well, maybe they are extremely smart, and maybe they say, oh, you know what? We figured out how to do all these things. We don't know how to create life yet.
So if they can't procreate, are they just what do you call that? Cloning each other or something?
Yeah.
Cloning themselves?
Maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe they do like some species do, which is they just kind of just.
Well, what I was going to say is maybe they want to create a whole new different species. What if they want to take these people, breed with these people, make a whole new different breed,
and get the predator? Like that's when I think of aliens, I think of the Predator. Predator, highly intelligent, highly smart, weapons out the wazoo that's more advanced than we ever have, and can track and hunt like crazy. Because to me, an alien would have to have some of those basic survival skills as well.
Yeah.
And I don't care how many computers they may have, they should have a sense of survival. So if your survival is, okay, watch this. Why do they need our kids, Jeremy? What if they're using our kids for labor?
Mm-hmm. Could be taking them back to their planet.
Yep. How we know
Yeah,
they
but
don't?
if
Using them
they're-
for slaves, enslaving them.
There we go.
if they're cloning themselves, why wouldn't they just use their own clone?
Maybe they're
Cloning
not
is for
cloning
the
themselves.
cloning is for the populace, not for the hard work.
I mean, if I could clone myself, I would put myself to work. My clone, not me.
Yeah, but
maybe they can clone.
if you're cloning yourself, you're going to need your brain and your intelligence for another reason than just being a slave.
I'd send that guy to work, and I'll just hang out at home. Like,
What you got on the TV here, Jeremy?
It's Area 51. Look like.
yeah, it's
So is it a military base?
Area 51.
Yeah. Like why? I see some military trucks in the background in this picture.
I mean, Area
Yes and no.
51 is part of the military.
Yeah, I'd say yes and no.
Like okay. Like when I say part of the military, I mean like is it Air Force, Navy, Army?
That I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I have no idea. But
There we go. It says Vegas. I didn't know. I thought Area 51 was like in that Utah gap.
yeah, 368,000.
They didn't
acre.
admit it existed until 2013. Wow.
Where you see that at? You see it up there?
CIA didn't admit it was existed until 2013. Because
It's 368,000 acres.
yeah, but I mean the point is that they tried to keep it secret, quote unquote, until 2013. Like, again, you just kind of wonder what part of that they're telling you and for what reason. Like, why all of a sudden? I mean, I don't even know what year. I mean, Independence Day came out. Like, and there was
It
plenty
was
of
before 2013.
definitely
Yeah.
before then.
Definitely like 1994, 96, 96, 94.
96. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody knew prior then. I mean, I remember learning about that when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't from school, but then again, school's a lot better back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of different things out there about it. I mean, just once again, what do you believe versus what do you not believe?
I don't know. I know they exist, but I think they're still here. I think they're influencing some of the stuff that we see, and I think they have a biggest purpose.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is.
Yeah. I don't know what it is either.
Yeah.
You got any questions there, Jeremy?
I think I'm out of questions at the moment. I'm soaking it in.
Soaking it in. I'll say this. I know I had asked you guys, do you think there's more than one species of aliens? There's
Absolutely.
different species of aliens.
Yeah.
So I would say you have green. You think you have green, grays.
Green grays.
All right. Tall, shorts.
All
All right. So I don't think they all come from one damn planet.
See, I would say I think that they do.
You think they all come from one planet?
Yeah.
Jeremy, you think they all come from one planet?
Well, I don't know. I mean, would it be this universe or something, or is it a different
We know
universe?
other galaxies exist.
Yeah. I mean,
You got some galaxies that are like 5 million light years away or whatever.
I feel like we've talked about it before where there could be different species. So it depends on what species you would be talking about, because I would assume there's multiple species of, whatever, right? I mean, I don't know. Are they from different worlds? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't exactly my,
Wheelhouse.
my full know-how of what's going on. So, I mean, it could be, my assumption would be there's probably multiple places that they come from depending on who they are. If there's only this one world with people on it, then I doubt there's only one world with aliens on it. There's
Right.
probably more.
Right.
Right.
So
And think about how powerful God is. We just said we know some of these places are 500 million light years away. God created that.
I think the closest galaxy we have is Andromeda, and she's like I think it was like 100 light years away or something like that. That's the closest one to us.
Yeah.
You got all these planets spinning around the sun, and they rotating, and they don't run into each other at all.
But you see what I mean?
God
created all that.
I would push this.
God created Andromeda.
I got a question for you. If you got abducted by aliens, what would you do?
I'm just going for the ride. I don't know what they're going to do to me.
Like what?
What do you mean? What would I do?
Like
Would I pray?
at that
Would I
point,
be afraid?
I'm going to be honest. I'm not praying if I get abducted by aliens.
Okay. Well, I don't understand your question. What would I do?
No, I'm
There's
saying
nothing I can do.
if so you just get probed.
Well, I can't. What am I going to do?
Fight your way out of there.
You ain't going to fight out your way out of there.
Yeah, you seen.
I can try. Okay, I'll try.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to just willingly let them. I'm going to tell them no, stop. But they're probably going to. You're not going to be able to move.
I might ask for a tour.
I mean,
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
Would you tell people when you got back if you got abducted?
Yeah, you wouldn't tell a single soul.
I'm not telling nobody. Y'all about to have me out here looking crazy.
Well, people
Y'all-
already think I'm crazy. That's why I'm not worried about
Y'all saw me missing for an hour.
it. That's why I'm not worried about it. People already think I'm crazy. So, but what I'm saying is you said the closest galaxy is Andromeda. It's like 100 million light years away or 100 light years away, whatever. God created all that.
Yeah.
So if God created all that, do you think that we're the only species intelligent species that God created?
Like
God would not have
created
created.
period or just in the current circumstance.
God wouldn't have created all these other planets, all these other galaxies and stuff, and not put intelligent life there. I don't think.
No, he wouldn't. I don't think he would.
I mean, probably not. Again,
Right.
if we already all agree that the existence is there, probably.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So, but I think they're more intelligent than we are, and for whatever reason, they visit. And I think our government knows.
Because they have that technology to visit. We can't visit. Trust me. If
Oh, we can't visit them. We didn't even go to the moon.
if we could visit them, we would.
We definitely
would.
would. So this is what I'm trying to get at too, is why we want to go to the moon and why we want to go to space so bad. I think that our military or the one world government knows that these things have existed for a very, very long time. They've known it.
Mm-hmm.
They've had that information for a long time. They know that they come from somewhere. They know that they come from space. I don't think that they really know where they come from in space, but they want to get there because they see the kind of technology they have and they want it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not able to get. So they want to get there, but I want to know what resources there that they want to get so bad. Because we know why they wanted to take over North Carolina so bad.
Right.
We know why they want Wyoming so bad. Why do they want to get into space so bad? They see the technology that they have,
To find
and
a
they
new
want it.
to find a new planet and leave us with the old planet.
Well, I don't know if they want. I don't know.
I'm
But-
okay with that. Go on.
They see the technology. Their plan is to conquer this world. Okay. Well, when I conquer this world, I want to get there because I want that technology they have too.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
I'm okay with living out my life with 20-year-old technology at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give
Okay.
me the Nokia.
I got a question for y'all.
Okay.
Would you rather abducted by aliens or captured by China?
Give me the alien.
Aliens.
I'll take the unknown every day.
Oh, that was so quick. I thought I would get a little pause.
What about you?
Yeah, give me the aliens.
I was gonna say, give me the unknown.
It might be a more pleasurable experience, but what I'm hearing is China persecution is. So
It may be. It may be. They
might get up there
take-
like, hey, you want some ice cream? Want to hang out with us for a couple of hours? Oh,
I know. That's what I'm saying. The unknown is sometimes better. I mean, but then
Right.
again, sometimes the devil you know is better than the one you don't know.
Yeah.
You know, that's also a known thing. So, you know, I don't know. But yeah, give me the aliens. I'll take it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Y'all said that too quick, by the way.
For
Too
all
quick.
I know, they may take me to Neptune and give me the prettiest alien you've ever seen on the nicest house on the whole planet. Say, hey.
I didn't know where you was going with that for a second. They said they gonna give me the most prettiest alien, and then they don't want to make me marry her. And then I'm like, how does that work in Earth terms?
They won't bring me back.
What-
They'll
what-
bring back
right.
a fake version of me.
Give you the sweetest clone of yourself you've ever seen.
Right,
you know?
right. Did you? Oh man, that's this random question. Did you think if you got cloned, your wife would be able to tell the difference?
Have you ever seen that movie
I don't
Multiplicity?
know. Maybe.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Like early 90s Multiplicity. I can't remember the guy that was in it. You know, and he ended up making a clone of himself. And then like he like cloned his regular self, and then the clone ended up making a clone of the clone. And it's like it started getting, you know, dumber and dumber as the clones went, you know. But I said that to say probably, unless the clone of myself was way better than me.
Yeah.
You know.
More than likely, it would be.
If my clone was just acting stupid, She'd probably just think I was having an off day.
I got a question for you. I got a question for both of you. I got a question for you. What if we're gonna play the what if game?
Okay.
What if we're completely wrong about what aliens are? What if aliens are angels?
Well, Jerry will remember my class. Angels are aliens
Yeah.
They look like it.
because anything that's not from this planet is
Right.
a alien.
There you're going from the
There-
definition of an alien.
You like that, don't you? And then, two, back in the day, they'd be UFOs. Now they call them, what are aliens called now? What's the nickname? It's not UFO anymore.
Oh yeah. It's,
Unidentified.
UAP or something like
Oh
that.
my gosh, I'm gonna look it up in a second. But UFOs, unidentified flying object. Well, angels could fly, so
Right.
Yeah.
they would be UFOs by definition.
Well, I mean, let me piggyback a question. What if we're completely wrong and aliens don't exist at all?
Yeah, could be.
I mean,
it could be. The whole
just
thing could be
saying.
That would just suck.
fabricated.
That would suck. That would be so depressing.
It would be. I think there's enough quote unquote evidence and stuff to support that they do more than they don't. But I mean, think about it though. And don't just shut it down from a biblical standpoint. What if they are? I mean, we were talking about Enoch.
Are angels?
Yeah, what if they are angels? I mean, we were talking about Enoch a while back and how he was so spiritually connected, and he did ascend at one point,
Beamed up?
beamed up, never came back.
True.
I'm just saying it's possible.
Hey, you're making some points. I'm agreeing.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing.
I mean, they could be. They could be.
You never know. I don't know.
We never know. I think this is a question that's just there's no right or wrong answer to. So I think that's about all I got on this. We didn't touch on how we think they could be connected with other stuff like Sasquatches
Yeah.
and things of that nature. But another show. We ain't going nowhere.
We hope.
Not that we know of.
Now that we know of.
But thank you guys for listening this week, and we'll see you. We'll see you on Monday next week.
Truth's out there. Read between the lines.
Peace.